Guys, it's Katie and I'm here today to do my lowest rated books on my Goodreads TBR video. So a couple days ago I did one for my highest rated books and I thought I'd do one for my lowest rated books as well. So I'm going to be doing a similar kind of thing where my top 10 books that are lowest, so I guess it's like highest to lowest again, and it's just going to be on my to read list like last time. So I figured this could be really fun. So without further ado, let's get into it. My number 10 is Labyrinth, which is part of the Languedoc books series by Kate Moss. And the little that I know about it, according to Goodreads, it says that it's kind of it's about a person who goes to an archaeological dig and kind of, I guess there's some maybe fantastical events or maybe some historical fiction. Something happens at the dig and it's kind of sounds really interesting. It's got an average rating of 3.55 on Goodreads. And I'm kind of interested in reading it, even though it's a little bit lower down on the list. Coming in at number 9, we have Ink, Iron, and Glass, which is from the Ink, Iron, and Glass series by Gwendolyn Clare. And it is another fantasy book, I believe, which is about a person who, whenever they write something, it comes to life, I think. Or it's all about like scriptology and just writing, and I guess her worlds must come to life. So it kind of seems like it has a cart kind of vibe, but it sounds really cool, and I'm surprised it's so lowly rated. Maybe it's because it just came out this year. I think that seems to be a theme I'm kind of seeing. Some of the lower rated books that are out just came out this year, so maybe they just haven't had a chance to be read yet. But it's got an average rating of 3.41. The next one, which is number 8, is The Tears of the Salamander by Peter Dickinson. And this is about a choir boy in 18th century Italy who loses his family in a fire. And his uncle sends him away to their ancestral home, which is below a volcano. And this, oh wow, this actually sounds ridiculously cool. Sounds like something that's right up my alley. And I'm surprised it's rated so low, but when did it come out? It's been out for a while. But I'm still surprised it's rated so low because the premise sounds really, really intriguing. It's only been given a 3.39 average rating on Goodreads. This sounds like it is literally right up my alley and something that I'd love. So I'll be very interested to see if I agree with the ratings that it's been given. Coming in at number 7 is the Winds of Kolovo, the Lays of Anuskaya series books, something like that. And it was written by Bradley P. Lou. I don't know if I'm saying that name properly. It's French. And it was given an average rating of 3.32. The little that I can tell about this book is that so what it seems to be about is it deals with some islands and these like wind ships bearing goods and dignitaries. So it seems to be a ship-based fantasy series seems to be a ship-based fantasy series dealing with these 7 islands and things, and it actually sounds really cool. See, I love fantasy books that deal with ships and things, and I'd be very interested to see if I like it as much as I'm expecting to. But it's only been given an average rating of 3.32, so I don't know, we'll see. Number 6 is The Ghost from the Grand Banks by Arthur C. Clarke. If I remember correctly, this is a book that deals with, I think, finding of the Titanic and all these kind of scientific evidence and figuring out kind of what happened. I think it's been labeled as like sci-fi though, which I'm not entirely sure about, but it sounds intriguing and I'm really fascinated with the Titanic and that whole disaster that happened. And so I'm hoping that maybe I'll like it, but it's only got a 3.31 average rating, which is interesting. Then coming in at number 5, we've got the Unremembered, which is from the Vault of Heaven series, which is by Peter Aurelian. And it seems to be about these gods or creators of this world that want to create a balance between matter and energy, between mortals and all kinds of things. I don't know, it sounds potentially maybe interesting, but it also sounds kind of strange. But it's only been given an average rating of 3.30 on Goodreads. So I don't know, maybe I might not like it. We'll see. And then coming in at number 4 is The Casual Vacancy, which was written by J.K. Rowling. It's been given an average rating of 3.29 on Goodreads. It's her adult murder mystery novel, I believe. I don't know much about it, but I figure, we actually have it at our house. It's a book that I actually own, and I like J.K. Rowling's general writing style, so maybe I'll like her mystery as well. It's worth a shot. 3, which I'm slightly surprised by. It's called She Rises, and it's by Kate Worsley. And it's about, I think if I remember correctly, it's a sea-themed novel. This young girl has been warned of the lure of the sea for a long time. And, she disregards all that, and I think she ends up having a romance with a mer person. I think it's female, I'm pretty sure, but it's given an average rating of 3.26. From the people that I have heard who've read it, they said they've really enjoyed it, so I'm hoping that I do as well. But that sounds kind of interesting as well. And then the next book, which comes in at number 2, is The Rule of 4 by Ian Caldwell. I've heard very mixed things about this book, and the average rating kind of seems to reflect that at 3.22. It's, I think, a murder mystery that is surrounded by a coded manuscript from the Renaissance period, I believe. And all of these, I guess, when they are translating it and interpreting it and stuff, it seems to be causing a lot of problems and murders and things. So it's kind of got a Da Vinci Code style from the little that I'm getting from the synopsis. But it sounds kind of interesting anyway, but I've also heard that Ian Caldwell's novels are a bit of a hit or a miss. And then the lowest rated book on my to read light shelf on Goodreads is The Audling Prince by Nancy Springer, which has an average rating of 3.16 on Goodreads. And this is about, this takes place in the ancient moors of Scotland, and as this king lies on his deathbed, which is being caused by a cursed ring that can't be removed from his finger, it seems to deal with Fae and all of the surrounding kingdoms and things like that. And I think it sounds phenomenal, but it just came out this year, I think. So that probably is why it doesn't have as high of a rating. But yeah, I think all of these books sound interesting and like things that I'd actually be interested in reading at some point or another. But I don't know, maybe because of the rating they'll be bumped down, but I tend to go by premise when I'm picking my books, so I don't know. I'm hoping I enjoy them. Yeah, that's about all I've got for you today. So as always, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media. I have a Twitter and a Goodreads, which are both linked below. And I also have other social media sites such as a second Twitter, a Tumblr, and an Instagram that is travel centric if you'd like. And I will come back with another video for you guys again soon. Okay, bye.